you were speaking on basically how the majority of the time, like you said, it's the fucking woman that's pushing you to go to school and shit. But you got these young jakes think just because they entering into the sports arena, getting into these sports, that they not selling out or they ain't going to, man, Esau got a tighter grip on your ass in that sports, man.
Oh yeah.
Because just to make it in that shit, and you can attest to it, but he can beat your ass into submission, man. See how far are you willing to go to prove yourself to this goddamn white man that you worthy to fucking entertain him, man.
Yeah, it's all wickedness. Because what we're supposed to be doing is coming back to our heritage, which is being an Israelite. You know, we're supposed to learn about how to have faith, you know. But the thing is, if you can get Ephesians 2:8 and then get James 2:17. Where it say faith, that's how I will show my work. I mean, faith by my work. It's in James, the 2nd chapter.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh, not of works, lest any man should boast.
Right, so this the point. The reason why I wanted the brother to get that is because I made the statement, we supposed to learn about faith. Yeah, you're supposed to learn about faith, but the Most High has to give you that gift of faith. Faith is a gift. You know, because of these, you got our wicked ass people that's come Sunday, they super holy. Yep. Really they being wicked, they ain't holy. Well, they holy on the wickedness. You know, they not holy unto this truth of the other scriptures. They get up in the harlot house and they talk about it's all about faith. It's all about faith and grace and this, that, and the third. Mainly them two words, faith and grace. They love them two words, which there ain't nothing wrong with them words because that's one of the bases to these scriptures. You know, faith, having a faith. But they don't know that it's a gift. And you can't work your way to get that. It ain't no way you can. You can't put a number of amount of work you got to put in to obtain faith, because you can't. The Most High has to give you that as a gift. And if He don't give it to you as a gift, then you basically you not gonna make it up out of here.
You ask not.
Because while people are trying to prosper here in America, America is going down. America is gonna be destroyed. America is gonna take a decline coming, more of a sharper decline come this year. Until the Most High completely destroy this place. So your faith is not in these scriptures. Your faith is in what the white man tell you to have your faith in. About sowing seeds and you will receive prosperity. You know? But the Most High gotta give the Most High gotta give you that gift. And the way I want to bring that out, because real quick, the way you show your faith is by your works.
This is James 2:17. Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, man.
Right, because they say faith. They don't say nothing about works, you know. 2/3 of our people. But you got people like Nathaniel 7, he say it's all about the works.
Yeah.
Or the law. Because that's all they push down Jake's throat. Jake need to know about the faith, having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And by them having faith, your faith is going to manifest through your works.
All right.
Keep reading that, and then whatever you got, just get it.
Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
Right, so you show James is saying, I'm going to show you my faith by my works. I'm going to show you that I believe in this word by the works that I'm doing, which the works is the keeping of these laws, statutes, and commandments, you know. One of the main works is going out teaching His word for you men.
Con.
The works is your whole lifestyle, you know?
Precept right quick.
Yeah.
It's all Romans 2:13. For not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
That's it. Not only the hearers, because our people will sit back and listen and don't have no action. They say, yeah, they like to shake cause what our people like to do, they like to sit up in the church and that fucking pastor sit up there and talk his shit that he been taught by the so-called white man. And they won't interrupt them. They won't get out of line with them.
That's no questions enough.
Like when they come up, like when brothers out around the world are out teaching, they come up and they'll interrupt you in the midst of your speech.
Yeah.
They'll scoff at you, mock at you. But when the pastor's up there in his suit, he on the podium and shit, they won't say a fucking word unless he tell you. But all our people saying is amen, amen. Yeah, shaking their head because they hearing that bullshit that he telling them. But they ain't got no action to back up all that lip service.
Con.
So they works is a wickedness. They shows you where their faith is at. They show you where their faith is at. They show you that, because James said, I will show you my faith by my works. And the 2/3 of our people, they do show their faith by their works. They show that their faith is in this kingdom, and their works show that, because their works is all caught up into the ways of the so-called white man, which is Esau in the Bible.
And see, but they say one thing but do the other. They claiming that their faith is in the Lord, but they showing that their faith is the Esau system, man. Because that's the power that they can see.
Yeah, the power.
They don't even know what faith means.
Con.
Right.
We got a couple precepts.
Yeah, go ahead.
This 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. And how you that just like the brother was just bringing out. You got to prove your faith, man, by your works.
Yeah, that's the truth. So it don't matter, man. You know, our people are going. You know, I want to get Isaiah chapter 6, starting at verse 9. But we know the way everything is going is because that's the way the Most High set it up. To fulfill prophecy.
God.
You know? But we still must come, it says, tell them the words whether they hear or forbear. You know?
I got something right quick.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Isaiah 6:9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
So the Most High don't want everybody to get this truth. So he put a spiritual block on 2/3 of our people's mind to where they won't understand what what the Most High and His Son is all about, you know. So keep reading.
Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered,
how long shall our people dwell in blindness? How long shall our people dwell in darkness, following the ways of the so-called white man, caught up into his kingdom? Go ahead.
Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant.
So Isaiah was asking, how long? And the Most High said, go ahead.
Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
Right. So he said they gonna die in their wickedness. That's in essence, that's what that's saying. Because it said until this place is destroyed, this land, America, is utterly destroyed. And how is that going to happen? By the way of the Third World War that's on its way. It's already here, but we still got, you know, it got to play out.
Yes, in preliminary stages.
Right. So that's gonna cause America to be destroyed by way of thermonuclear missiles. That's the fire on how the world is gonna be destroyed. But it's not talking about the whole world. It's just talking about America. America is gonna be completely wiped out by fire through their missiles. You know, so our people are gonna die. They not gonna get it until the kingdom is here, which they gonna have to come back as newborn babies into the kingdom. No, you had something? Yeah.
It's Luke 7:31, and it reads, "And the Most High said, whereunto," and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh said, whereunto, then shall I liken the men of this generation, and to what are they like? They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace, and calling one to another, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Right, so the children in the marketplace will be the prophets out on the highways and byways teaching his word. Yeah, they said that the scriptures say the children that's piped unto you. Get that shit, trumpet be blown in the city. Amos.
3:6.
Okay. But continue.
We have piped unto you.
And we have piped. What are we piping? We piping that, the Lord, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, which we know his name is Yahweh, he is about to return. And we piping that the so-called white man is the devil. We piping that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Bible. We telling you about the martial law that's coming by way of the so-called white man, by the famine, the pestilence. Well, it's coming by the way of the Most High, but he's going to use the so-called white man to enforce it. Oh, we telling you, like the brother said, we telling you about the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast that's spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter.
Yeah, 13, 16.
And 16. Okay? So that's what we do. We pipe. We're piping.
Yeah.
So we singing a spiritual song, but we teaching his word.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
We doing the work of evangelists. So evangelists bring good tidings. And it'll sound bad to you. The truth of the matter is, and the beautiful part of it is, that all these things mean that this is the end of this wicked kingdom, and the kingdom is at hand, man. The kingdom of heaven is almost here, man. But this kingdom gotta go. And that's why 2/3 of y'all gotta be destroyed here, because y'all don't want this place to go.
Go ahead.
We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Because the way you dance, I mean, it's a short parable, but the way you dance is by getting into this truth, by taking heed to the words of the men that's out on the highways and byways. You know? Which the only group that I know of, that's teaching the full truth is GMS. You know? I know there's others out there, but I don't personally know them, But I know if you want to get the truth, you're gonna have to go to starting with the elders. You're gonna have to basically get taught from GMS. Because Nathaniel 7 is not gonna teach you the 100% truth. Zabak is not gonna teach you the 100% truth. ISUPK is not gonna teach you the 100% truth. GOCC, they not gonna teach you the 100% truth. 14th Street Israelite, he's not gonna teach you the 100% truth.
Comfort Camp.
Yeah, I don't even listen to them motherfuckers, man.
And you're gonna get through all the breakdowns. No other camps out there. They're gonna give you the whole breakdown to Genesis or the whole breakdown to Revelation. Nobody has done that. Or even teach you the Hebrew thoroughly.
Teach you the name. And teach the importance of the name. Not just like throw the name out there here and there, but actually teach the importance of the name, Yeah. So where was that? You finished it? Yeah, read it. finish that.
We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned to you, and you have not wept.
Yeah, we have mourned because we telling you that evil times are coming. Before the good come, which is the kingdom of heaven, where the Most High wipe away our tears and we'll be set up in the earth as kings and priests. Before that come, the mourning is going to come. Bad times is going to come. And it said, you have not wept. Meaning you don't give a damn.
Yep.
You in the mindset of the so-called white man. You living it up in wickedness. And you ain't got no damn life. Your life is a piece of shit. You ain't got no damn money.
Mm-hmm.
You all diseased up, out in bad health. Family problems. All kind of just disarray in Israel.
Yeah, the Israelite household not together.
Yeah, the whole Israelite household is dysfunctional. This whole society is dysfunctional. It's out of order, man. When you had something?
Amos 3:6.
Amos 3:6, right?
It's Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Right, because like the scripture said, we have mourned on you in Matthew, what chapter is that?
Luke 7:32.
I'm sorry, Luke 7 and what?
32.
Luke 7 and 32. It said, we have mourned unto you and you have not wept. You supposed to be in fear.
Yep.
Not in fear of the so-called white man, but in fear of the Most High, that if you don't do right by him and his son, that he gonna destroy you. Or he gonna give you over to destruction. You know? So read it again.
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Yeah, all the things I just mentioned earlier. That's the trumpet. We blowing the trumpet. When we out on the highways and byways, starting from the elders and all the other camps around the world, teaching the word. We telling you the prophecies that's happening, that's to come, to let you know that the Lord is soon to return. Go ahead.
Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not
Start
done it?
back up, brother. Sorry.
Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? So you should be afraid. Like when we telling you, look, all these things is gonna happen. Martial law, the chip, concentration camps, diseases is gonna. This so-called white man is gonna let loose diseases, man.
Yep.
And this on that note, it's so easy for this white man just to unleash a biological weapon on you niggas, man. He can contaminate the water, your water source, easy.
Yep.
Or something you like best, pork chops. That's what Jake loved.
And they doing that, man. They done already approved to have vaccines in the food. To put shit like AIDS vaccines in the food that end up on your dinner table, man. Without your consent. But y'all fucking free. And you trust in this government.
Alright.
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it?
Right, so we telling you all these things to come, you were supposed to be like, damn, because when I first heard about the martial law and the chip, shit, I was afraid. That shit scared me.
Straight up.
So I was like, well damn, what the hell can I do to escape this shit? And then, if the Most High, if it's up to the Most High, he'll choose you. Well, he'll call you, and if you're of the elect, you'll be chosen. So you basically supposed to do everything. Not on the corner level trying to escape that shit, like trying to arm up against the government.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
This damn white man got too much power with his weapons and technology. You can't defeat him on that level. The only way you gonna overcome that is by first and foremost being of the elect. But the way you live, the things you do, the way you think is gonna that's gonna reflect you being of the elect. You see, your lifestyle, if you're of the elect, your lifestyle is gonna reflect that, which is diligence. Because it said if you do the scriptures say if you do these things in 1 Peter, you should never fail. You know? And the Most High is not a man that he should lie.
Yes. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 1 and 20. Proverbs 1 and 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the sinful shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Just like the brother had been going into, man, y'all turning away from knowledge, man. Y'all hate knowledge, which is coming from the middle of the Lord that the Most High set up.
Yeah, they hate the true knowledge.
Yep.
You know?
And y'all hate the truth that's coming out, man. Y'all coming up against it. You not realize you coming up against the Most High and His word, man. Because all we doing is reading these scriptures and breaking them down. But y'all scoff, mark, and talk shit, man. So you marking yourself to death, man. In 32 again, it say, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. The prosperity y'all seeking is foolish, man, and it's gonna lead to your destruction, man. That's what y'all got to look forward to.
Yeah. And they not looking forward to their destruction, but you don't have to look forward to it because it's gonna come meet you.
Yeah.
Destruction is gonna come to your front door.
Literally.
And it's literally, and you ain't gonna have to open the fucking door. This gonna get the so-called white man gonna kick your damn doors in. You know? And come in there and snatch you up. Or catch you in route, in transit.
When you least expect it.
And you gonna come to one of them checkpoints, they gonna snatch you out the fucking car and put you in a damn van or a train or whatever, however they got it set up to do it. You don't have to necessarily be at home. They catch you coming from your third shift job.
Yes.
You working a night shift. Come home, they ambush you, turn the lights on, they fucking ambush your ass.
And what y'all don't realize about these concentration camps, it ain't like y'all was gonna get there and be packed up in rooms. Nah, they gonna pull out all their torture tactics, man.
They'll be executing a lot of you.
That's so good.
You know?
Yeah,
go ahead.
point I'm gonna get to 7, but I'm gonna start with a couple of verses. It's pretty good too. Proverbs 1 and 5. A wise man will hear and will increase in learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
Right, and the one that's gonna do that is ultimately the elect is gonna do that, and they gonna finish their course to the end, because the Most High can wake you up, will call you, wake you up, and then you get into this knowledge. You hear, you learn from your teachers, and then the Most High can pull you out. You know, so that's something to keep in mind too, man. That it just ain't no guarantees, and then it's truth, man. That's what keeps you humble. Supposed to keep you humble, and supposed to keep you fear and fear the Most High. But continue.
6th verse. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
And I'm gonna just say this real quick, man. 2/3 of our people that's up in these harlot houses, the so-called churches, that's a harlot house. Because you actually committing adultery on the Heavenly Father, because He is not in there. What's in them harlot houses is other gods. You know? The head one being Caesar Borgia. Now, in there they teach you, once you say a simple prayer and you give your life to the Lord, like you actually can do that, which you can.
Yeah, you covered by the blood or some shit.
You covered by the blood and you good.
Yeah.
You saved. Now you saved already.
Yeah.
You know, they teach you that you saved once you can give your life over to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So having that mindset, I'm saved. Now I can just go out and do whatever. I can be wicked.
Yeah.
I can live reckless. I can live a reckless lifestyle, totally out of order. All I gotta do is keep paying my tithes and God knows that I'm a sinner and I live in sin.
Yeah, he knows my heart.
He knows my heart.
Yeah.
That is wicked. And he gonna destroy you for that. And I just want to bring out that point because you ain't if you thinking like that, you ain't right. The elect is gonna be in fear and trembling against the Most High.
Yeah.
That knowing that he don't need you, he don't need you. You know, he just don't need you. It's either he set you up or he didn't to be delivered, you know. It ain't like the Most High actually need any of us. But he has an elect and a 1/3 that he's going to deliver from all this hell that's coming here to America. And 2/3 of you're going to be put to death for your wickedness and for not taking heed to the prophets that the Most High set up to go out and warn you. Even if the prophets ain't right. If they telling you the truth. The reason I made that statement is because you got other camps, you know, that tell you Israelite, wake up, but they don't have the full truth. Now you might wake up through them and then find out that they full of shit, and then the Most High can lead you to the correct teachers, you know. That's just why I made that statement. A lot of brothers woke up to other Israelite heads, so to speak, or leaders, and then found out that they weren't teaching the whole truth, and then the Most High guided them to the true teachers. You had something?
I was saying, and it says right here, a wise man, it say, to understand a proverb and an interpretation, the words of the wise and the dark sayings. Not everybody can do that at all. Like that, if you go around saying Cornelius is a heathen, you're not understanding the proverb, the dark sayings, none of that. Saying the mark of the beast is actual, what Christianity or like embargo, that's not wise counsel. That's not an understanding of the interpretation or the dark saying.
And you had spoke on how a lot of brothers walk up to these other cats, man, that's claiming that they got the truth, who obviously don't, and then end up getting wind of the elders and getting the full truth.
The elders of GMS, just to keep pushing that vibration because you got other
claiming to be elders, man. But the point I was getting at is the reason that they was steady searching, because when you dealing with these other cats that's claiming they got the full truth, they always left you with questions. You'll catch one video of Nate, and then you got questions, and then they never get answered. But then you come across the elders of GMS, you have questions, and by the next week it's being answered, man. Or not even be the next week, that same day, man. Steady clips, man. The elders been putting in GMS, putting in the hard work, man.
Really, you don't even have to ask a lot of. I mean, you do have some. I'm gonna make sure I say this correctly. You do ask, brothers do ask questions, you know, but a lot of questions you don't need to ask because they already getting answered because the elders are constantly teaching. You know, and not just the elders, but starting at the elders, and then you got all the other brothers, you know, around the world that teach.
But that learned because of the elders of GMS. And the elders always do it repetitively. Say the same thing over and over. Beat it into your head. Beat it into your head. So you won't forget it at all.
And that's what the scriptures teach you that. Because the scriptures tell you the same things over and over again because that's the way you learn. The elder Gabar tell you that a lot. You know, the way you learn is that is by basically through repetition. Alright, which I got something. So now
I had one more scripture.
Just I want to get Romans 3.
Just to basically embody, man, the mindset of 2/3 of our people and why they fucking love it here, man. This First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen, man. And that's why 2/3 of our people love it here, man. Because they don't have to abide by the scriptures. They in Esau kingdom. That's the God and the power that they look to, and they get free range to do all the wicked shit they want. They can indulge in homosexuality, eat all the abominations that you can sit in front of your damn face, chase after other men's wives.
Because ultimately, the so-called white man, he don't have to even literally. You basically sold out to the so-called white man if you get into his way of life. You ain't actually gotta. He don't actually gotta come to you with some money or with a contract for you to sell out. Go back up, right, and start where you started at.
In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men.
And the scriptures say there's nothing new under the sun. So the same shit that was going on during this time period was during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes in the Greek Empire. I believe Antiochus Epiphanes, his line went back to the solutions. So the same shit that was going on back then is going on today.
Yep.
Same shit. It's just a reoccurring cycle. So keep going now.
Who persuaded many, saying,
who persuaded many, saying, because the way our people get on these different philosophies and thinking the way they do is by these fucking puppet leaders. A lot of our people think generally in the ways of the so-called white man because of that faggot Martin Luther King. You know? Be like the white man, accept the white man. One day wish to be on this level. He said, I long to dream that one day little white boys and little white girls or whatever.
Little white boys and little black girls
would be holding hands. They coming together, all nations coming together spirit, which the Most High is against that. So it all starts with these leaders pushing this philosophy, which is whoever in rulership, that's what they pushing on the people. Like the main place they get it from is the damn church, so-called church. What you got?
I want to look up. I got the definition for that word persuade, and this is persuade at the dictionary.com, and it says to prevail on a person to do something as by advising or urging. The second one, it said to induce to believe by appealing to a reason or understanding, convince, to persuade the judge of a prisoner's innocence. Yeah. So it's just it's basically to force something on someone.
Yeah. To be a serpent.
It's by advising, so giving them advice.
Right. So yeah, keep going, brother.
Back in 1 Maccabees 1:11, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying.
Who persuaded many? So where did it start? Wicked men that persuaded, that convinced, that advised the masses to follow the ways of the heathen. But read on.
Hey, that go for you niggas that's Nate, Johanna, you motherfuckers that's talking about go back to school and get an education, all that bullshit, looking for another 10, 15 years in this fucking kingdom, man.
Getting 501c3 charges.
Y'all persuading Israel to do that shit, man. And if you simple enough to fall for that shit and get into it, well, man, to hell with you. Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right, because the thing that we understand it, but 2/3 of our people don't understand it, that we are under the curses. And the curses ain't gonna be fully lifted off of us until Yahweh comes and redeems us.
Yep.
So
our prophecy gotta be fulfilled.
We've been in them curses ever since, going back thousands of years ago. We've been under the curses. Like, just for example, go back to 70 AD. That was written in Deuteronomy 28 that we were gonna be besieged by the Romans, and they was gonna take us down and destroy us. So that was going. That's over 2,000 years. Well, that's close to 2,000. Well,
Yes, it's about 2,000.
2,000 years ago. You know,
Oh, a
so
little under 2,000.
a little under 2,000 years ago. So that's the prophecy. So we under the curses even to this day. So we gonna be not having a bunch of money. We gonna be on the bottom. The other nation's gonna be on top of us. We gonna be full of diseases. But the only way in 2/3 mine to get out of that is to sell out.
Yep.
Now I can get me a contract. I can get money. I can have the best health care insurance. I can have this. I can have that. And that go way back. It say, because since we have left following the other nations, we have had much sorrow. Because if we get up under these other nations and sell out to them, then they'll give us benefits.
Yep.
That's what the scripture's saying.
You can't escape the curses, man. It's not gonna happen. We gotta wait for the kingdom, man. And while we on this side, man, we gotta endure afflictions for you so-called Christians.
But then fuck you. You know, we not even concerned about you. You know, we really not. If you of the elect, you know, peace and blessing to you. And Lord willing, we of the elect. But if you're not, we don't care. We don't have no love for you.
Yep.